this ever happen to you? I have no dog. Well, look no further because I'm about to teach you all the steps you need to know on how to train your dog. Now, most people would like to have a dog, but they can't have one. This is because of all the responsibilities that come with a dog, like taking it out for walks, feeding it, making sure its poop is cleaned up, making sure you clean your pet. In other words, the responsibility of taking care of your pet, more or less training your pet, is very important and it's a key part of having a pet in the first place. I currently own a English Labrador Retriever named Jake, and as many of you know, and he has been a great dog. Tip number 1, taking your dog out for a walk. Now there are many types of leashes that you could have for walking your dog, like nylon or leather, but nylon leashes don't last as long as leather. I've had this leash, because it's leather, I've had it since Jake was a puppy. So this is how you properly apply a leash to a dog when you're taking him for a walk. So you put it around his neck as so, and okay, so when you're walking your dog, you want to put your right hand on the handle of the leash and grab some other part of the leash. So that way, that's close to the collar, of course, because you want to have a nice control over your dog. You want to have it nice and tight. So, just in case you may run into like a dog, or maybe he's running after a car, you want to have control over your dog. With those things in mind, with your right hand in the handle and your left holding another part of the leash, you want to keep your dog left of you at all times, because it's just a part of keeping your dog safe and keeping a nice control of the leash on your dog. Get your dog going. You want to say, Jake, you. And she goes. And as you can see, we're walking now. And if you ever want to stop while you're on the walk, you say, Jake, sit. Jake, sit. And he sits. Yep. Tip number 2, feeding your dog. It's good to get your dog to sit before you have them eat their treats. And I give my dog two sets of treats. We call them 2 and 2. Jake, here you go. It's important to feed your dog the right amounts of food, because if you don't feed them too much or too little, their bodies could suffer major consequences, just like a human. So, what I do with my dog, I feed him at a specific time, and he knows that time. Like the 2 and 2 I just gave him, we give that to him at like roughly 3 o'clock, and he knows at 3 o'clock it's 2 and 2 time. So he goes over to the pantry right here, he barks, or he like tries to open it, and we feed him the 2 and 2. Tip number 3, how to teach your dog how to sing. So while your dog is younger, you should introduce music to them, because that's the only way they're going to learn. Like, you can't introduce music to them at any other time. It has to be when they're younger. So when I was younger, I used to play the harmonica, and then as I got older, I started playing the piano. So remember, you gotta introduce music to them at a young age. Tip number 4. How to play with your dog. It is important to keep your dog fit, and to do this, you must exercise him or her daily. The best way to keep your dog in shape while keeping them entertained is by playing catch with them. If you teach your dog to love the water as a puppy, then you should swim with your dog. This is another fun way to keep your dog healthy and strong every day. Tip 5. Putting your dog to bed. Take his afternoon naps right here in the living room. So he also likes for me to straighten the bed before he takes his nap. So I have to straighten his bed like so. And then just say, Jake, hop, come on, come on. Coming over here, yes. Alright. And then he wants me to cover him. Nice and covered. He's ready. At the end of the day, when your dog is tired from all of its daily activity, it'll want to go to sleep. And maybe before you put your dog to bed, you want them to go to the bathroom. But in this case, Jake just wants to go right to sleep. So you just cover him up, just like you did in the living room for his nap. Nice and ready for bed. And in the morning, we'll have to start all over again with tip 1. Thank you for watching, and good night.